y'all, this is Jamie. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to another Keep or Declutter video. So in today's video, I am going to be using the Desert Vibes palette from IBY Beauty. I'm going to create a look with it and I'm going to decide by the end of the video if I want to keep it in my collection or declutter it. But before we get into that, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I upload a new video. Also give this a thumbs up if you like the video, if you like the series, and without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so Desert Vibes by IBY Beauty. So IBY Beauty is actually a brand that I have done another palette, actually just the last video, the City Limits palette, that was from IBY Beauty. I think these are the only two palettes from that brand that are in my collection, but I'm pretty sure that I got this one first, and I think I've actually used this one a little bit more than the City Limits palette, but I believe that this was also in a beauty subscription box. Here is the palette. This is what it looks like inside. Again, similar to the City Limits palette, this is more of a kind of natural everyday palette with just like maybe one pop of color thrown in. So yes, it definitely looks like I've used it more than the City Limits palette. This has 12 shades. It has 6 shimmer shades. It has one shade that has kind of a sheen to it, and then it has 5 matte shades. So I think I'm gonna go in with the shade Low Key right here. Or I think I'm gonna mix actually Low Key and Vitamin D, and I'm gonna put that in my crease. So then I'm gonna grab the shade Sundown right here and I'm gonna put that in. I almost wanna do like a, oh crap, what is it called? A spotlight eye? What is it called? I feel like it's called something else. Where you have a matte shade on either side and you have a shimmer shade in the middle. Why can't I think of what it's called? Halo eye. A halo eye is what it's called. I know it's also called a spotlight eye, but I knew that I had referred to it and I had heard it the most as something and I just could not think of what it was. So I think I'm gonna take the shade Lookout right here, this gold shimmer shade, and I'm gonna put that dead center. Alright, so this is the final look that I created with the Desert Vibes by IBY Beauty palette. I am wearing a little bit of the e.l.f. Lash It Loud mascara, as well as the Revolution Pout Bomb Plumping Lip Gloss in the shade Cookie. And I'm actually not wearing any complexion products. I am wearing a tiny little bit of concealer, but that's probably why I was just looking at myself and I was like, gosh, my freckles seem like, whew, today. Like they came out to play. I am wearing some bronzer and some blush, the same that I'm always wearing. Let's talk about the pros and cons of this palette. One of the cons of this palette is that, excuse me, it is old. So the shelf life is 12 months, and I am almost positive that I have had this for longer than 12 months. Another con to this palette is I guess there's not a lot of variation in the shades, kind of similar to the City Limits palette. These two shades look almost identical, and like most of these shades up here look almost identical as well, just they have different finishes. These are probably shades though that you will find in many other different palettes. The pros to this palette, it is still available. So like the City Limits palette, it is still available on the IBY Beauty website as well as on Macy's.com. It does have a good ratio of mattes to shimmers, and I think that they performed well. I liked the blend, I liked the color payoff of the matte shades, I liked the effect of the shimmer shade, the one shimmer shade that I used. This has a mirror, it is still available. However, despite all of those pros, because of the fact that this is so old, I don't reach for it very often, and I do think that I have already saved some palettes that have similar shades to this. I am going to declutter the Desert Vibes palette from IBY Beauty. Alright, so that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload a new video. Give this a thumbs up if you like it, if you like the series. Leave any requests, recommendations for new videos down in the comments, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye y'all.